Good YouTube, Cardfight King here. AQUA Life Baby, you already know. We got the infamous Black Steve here doing his Blue Flame Liberators deck profile that he updated with the Fighter Collection support. I will tell you this, guys. I have been getting sacked all day by this deck. When you have 10 cards in hand and you can't guard Glare swinging for 30-something plus, it just, I don't know. But we're going to do a deck profile of this for you guys today, and take it away.
Well, I haven't really played this in tournament yet. I haven't been able to go to tournaments. I've been busy with work. But I like the deck and free play. Been doing pretty well with it. It hits higher numbers than it used to with the new support. Really liking how it's playing out so far. It's been a lot more consistent and everything. And the new stride gives it like a more mid-game option. Yeah, it's really good. All right. But onto the deck profile. To start off, the starter's still Guido. I run two Guidos actually. I have one as a starter and then one as in the main deck. It's just a free card when you're in Legion and everything. So it really helps with Glare when you don't want to use your counterblast to call out another unit. So it's just a free call.
Free call. This deck is very, very counterblast heavy, guys.
Yeah,
you'll find yourself counterblasting quite a bit in this deck.
But onto the trigger lineup, still 8 critical. You know, this critical is like still really good. When it's called from the deck,
it got errated. So when it's called from the deck,
you search the top 4 for a grade 3, add it to hand, put it back to the deck, and shuffle. So that card's still a thing. Run 8 crit. And then still, you gotta run 4 cash call. It's like the best trigger in the deck.
It's good. It's just
honestly,
too good.
Too good. Like when it's called, you put it at the bottom of the deck. Check chop 3, call another one. Can't be cash call. You can't cash call.
Can't cash call on the cash call.
It's too stupid.
Another important thing is her effect and his effect. They both shuffle, and him. They both shuffle the deck. Usually when you do like AQUA or Glare, they stack at the bottom. These 3 cards are ones that shuffle back. So remember, guys, you gotta read to the end of the effect, shuffle the cards back. It gets those triggers and stuff that you stacked circulating.
Right. And then of course 4 heal.
And you got a 4 heal. Don't play less.
Right. The grade 1s. 4 perfect guards. I really want to switch to the G perfect guards to get like unflipping. I haven't been able to get in touch with them honestly because I haven't really been able to.
We haven't been able to go to tournaments
and everything, make trades and everything. But probably sometime later on in the month, I'll probably come in contact with.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I've seen people. Reason why we want to switch to the G Perfect guards, guys, is because again, this deck is very counterblast heavy, and having that free unflip. I mean, the pros of having the unflipping Perfect guard in this specific deck outweigh the pros of just having guarding your rear guards, because yes, if it's in the soul, you can't soul blast it with Josephus at all, but you can soul blast with the grade 2. But it's like, okay, you can live with that risky decision. But if we can get an AQUA on the field, which is very easy, we can soul blast the G Perfect guard out, so he's in the drop zone to unflip. The pros for the G Perfect guard, just do a lot more for this deck than we believe this Perfect guard is doing currently.
Correct. And you also need more in flipping as well.
Yeah, you also need more in flipping, definitely.
And then for the best grade 1 in the deck, Bruno, you want to have this behind your Vanguard no matter what.
That's how you sack me.
Yep, that's how I sack people. That's how you get Glare pushing past 40k and everything.
And once you start your loops, he keeps gaining 3k.
Right. And then this is what I want to change. I'm running 3 Josephus and 2 Zoran. I want to get more of a combo going, so I really want to go like 3 Zorans, but I can't find another Zoran for some odd reason.
Yeah, I can't find another Zoran.
I'd rather go 3 Zoran and 2 Josephus. I mean, hitting the Josephus early is pretty good, but like I said, when I change to the G Perfect guards, it's gonna be less consistent.
Right.
So yeah, that's the grade 1s. Then for grade 2s, still running 4 AQUA. Or the regular AQUA.
He's still good.
Like turn 2 is still like the best call. You know what I'm saying? Get a rush going, get some calls in. It's really good combos.
And this deck can fight the grade 2 game very, very well. I mean, Ripples have a good grade 2 game, but this grade 2 game is still amazing as well. I mean, it's like, they just explode on you turn 2.
Right. And then the Glare Legion Mate Aglavale. This one is 11k attacker, and also it helps you out if you can call it from this turn 2. It's basically a grade 3 search.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. And during your glare turns, you're able to search for your 3s.
Right.
It's really good.
And as long as you're on one of your grade 3s is an 11k attacker, I mean, these two guys are just staple in this deck. It's too good.
And then here we have the new card from the
Butch Magnus. They call him Butch Magnus.
Magnus. He's a really good card. If you're in Legion, or
he only works if you're in Legion.
It only works if you're in Legion, but it works also if you're in Stride and also in Legion too.
Right.
So that works. But basically, if he's called and you have 2 hearts, you get to search the top 3, call it, and if it's a grade 3, you get to add it to your hand.
But it's a free call.
It's a free call. No counterblast or anything.
Right. You call him off of an Aglavale while you're in Legion. Well, that's another free call.
Right.
I mean, he's good.
So good.
We want to bump him up to 4, but we're not sure what to cut right now. It's working. It's pretty solid. Call that man Butch Magnus.
And then finally the grade 3s. It's 4 glares, and then 4 Percivals. I like Percival over Prominence.
Talk to them about core.
Because honestly, with core, if you're gonna be using Counterblast for something to call anything, you'd rather be on glare anyway. But at least with Percival, if you don't have any 3s in hands, you can't stride. Like you're able to get like an extra card from like just by legioning.
A free +1.
A free +1, rather than like having to sack a rear guard.
Which is not a +1. It's just a replace.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People might say, "Oh, well, you get an extra crit if you call Core or Percival or Aglavale," but it's like.
But I mean, that's pretty much relying on you persona calling something from the top of your deck randomly. It's not consistent.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you told me what would I rather be on as soon as I ride, nowadays I would tell you Prominence Glare, honestly. So you can, because you'd rather be on Prominence Glare than Percival at this point. Back in the day, I would have told you I'd rather go into Percival first, so I can at least get a field. But now it's more of a glare thing. You can stride and do other combos.
And the format's getting a bit faster, guys, but where you can still put the glare and you can end people with glare, especially if you get a nice turn 2 off. And the stride definitely helps. You got to adjust for the format, and glare is just the best ride.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to Le Stride.
On to the Stride deck. And the MVP of the Stride deck is Holy Flame Liberator. 4 of them. What he does is you counterblast 1, you G flip, and for each copy of him face up, you get to search the top 3. Like call 1 for each copy face up in the G zone, and call it to your rear guard circle, and it gets +3, and the rest goes to the drop zone. It sets up for Legion later on, and also sets up your field. And the cards you get an extra +3, so that's pretty good too.
And it's not a persona flip either, so
you can just like first turn, ride, flip, and then flip up something else from the Stride deck.
Yep.
And you can use it. If you use it right, you can use it 3 times a game, rather than
kind of like
just
Lord
2.
Evangeline for Jewel Knights.
Right. And then rest of the Stride deck, I run 3 Medu. I would run 2, but I don't know. There's some games where if it gets kind of long, like I can just keep fishing out my grade 3s, like just to re-Legion or like to use for glare skill. There's certain times where I want to run 2, but also I want to run 3 because I don't use the 4th copy. I mean, my last copy of the Stride is Campbell
himself.
I don't really see myself going into him that much, honestly. Where I can't find going to him.
What about Scourge Points? Not that.
Scourge Point, it's not the deck for it, honestly, because
Yeah.
Scourge Point would only work with AQUA Veil, and it's only one card in the deck, so it's not really a good card.
And we
So
don't talk about Spear Cross.
No, we don't talk about
Spear
Spear
Cross.
This is essentially a better Spirit Cross, anyway.
It is. It is. Well, all right, guys. That's the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be doing more things. Hopefully, when we can, we can get to some card styles, we can actually get with everybody, play test and whatnot. We've just been pretty busy. About to have a huge snowstorm soon, so yeah, about to be shut in. All right, Cardfight King, Infamous Black Steve, Saki Gold Paladins. We're out.